Hi guys, it's Elissa at Moat Cottage, and today I'm making pumpkin soup with my very own recipe using pumpkins from my own garden. In my freezer inventory video, I realised that I had hardly any soups left in the big freezer, so it was time to make some soups. I mentioned this in the video, and Alaska Prepper asked if I could make the pumpkin soup on video, so here it is for you all. I know many of you follow Alaska Prepper's channel, and if you don't or you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave the link below so you can check it out too. It's a really good prepping channel and I really love being part of that community, and yeah, go and check it out and you might love it too. So let's get started. I cut the pumpkin up into smaller chunks. I'm just going to collect these seeds so I can plant them out in the springtime, and to cure them so that they're ready for storage until spring, I just put them on this paper towel. I lay them out separately so they can dry evenly. I'll put this in the room with the fire so that it's nice and warm and they'll dry out. I'll store them and plant them in the springtime, and I should have a lot of plants then growing lots of pumpkins for next year. I chop my pumpkin up, taking the skin off and obviously the seeds out. Just put it in a big pot. I add 2 tablespoons of vegetable stock powder and then boiling water to about 2 inches under where the pumpkin finishes, and then I put it on the cooker to heat up. Then I add butter and chopped onions to a fry pan and slowly brown that off. I'm adding chili powder, and as you know I don't measure. This is some curry powder. And a little bit of Himalayan sea salt and some black pepper. I add a can of coconut milk. And any of the spices that stick to the bottom of the pan will be scraped up, and all that good flavour will go into the liquid. You have to be patient with this part. You want to melt it in slowly. This is a block of Philadelphia cream cheese, and you just melt it in nice and slowly. Everything from the onions to the cheese is done slowly. You have to be patient. And now I'm adding in some cinnamon powder. The pumpkin's cooking nicely. The onions are cooking nicely, and now we can add the onion mix in with the pumpkins and water. Give that a good mix in, and then turn the heat off and add your honey. You never want to overheat your raw honey. That's why I turn it off the heat. It is already going into the warm water, so that will mix it up and melt it in nicely. Then we give it a blend with the bar mix or whatever blender you have. Give it a blend up and get all the lumps out and make it a nice smooth soup. And then you're ready to serve it up or pop it into containers and pop it into the freezer. So that's how easy it is to make pumpkin soup, and now I can just put it in containers for the freezer and of course label and date them so I know when to use them. If you prefer a sweeter pumpkin soup, then just leave the chili and curry powder out. But if you like a bit of kick, then add it in. It's been a few days and the seeds have been sitting in the warm room with the heater, and they've dried out on the paper towel, and they're ready for me to bag up, label and date so I can sow them out in the spring. And then I'll have, hopefully, a lot of pumpkins for next winter. Remember, leave your comments below, and you can also check us out on Instagram. Thanks for watching. See you next time.